Good morning everyone. Today I am going to deliver a topic that is equation for assessment of intercropping system. I am Dr. Subarna Roy Chaudhary and this topic is very much relevant in your cropping system and sustainable agriculture course, that is Agron 511, and the topic is very much important. So I will cover all those interaction equation, assessment of intercropping system and the related mathematical problems. So I will cover all those things in one by one. So follow me very carefully and please keep a note side by side. So before entering this topic, we have to calculate the plant population and we have to know how to calculate the plant population. Although plant population is not directly related to the assessment of intercropping system, but before entering the intercropping system we have to know the plant population. So plant population of a crop in an area decide the yield. The row spacing and plant to plant spacing are used to calculate the plant population, which varies with the crop. That means with the crop rice, cotton, mustard, sunflower, etc. So the formula of plant population is A divided by R into P. That means area divided by row to row spacing into plant to plant spacing. If you denote the area of a field by A, if you denote row to row spacing by R and plant to plant spacing by P, then the formula will be plant population equal to A by R into P. Suppose your area is in meter square. Area of a field is in meter square, but your row to row spacing is in centimeter and plant to plant spacing is in centimeter. So we have to convert this centimeter into meter. So now the formula becomes plant population equal to area of a field meter square into 100 into 100 divided by row to row spacing in centimeter into plant to plant spacing in centimeter. So the formula will be very easy or very clear with some mathematical problems. So coming to the mathematical problems. So our first mathematical problem is calculate the plant population of maize in 6000 meter square area if shown in a spacing of 60 centimeter by 25 centimeter. So we know the formula of plant population, that is A into 100 into 100 divided by R into P. So we know the value A equal to 6000 meter square, R equal to 60 centimeter, P equal to 25 centimeter. So the plant population equal to 6000 into 100 into 100 divided by 60 into 25. So the result will be 40,000. Okay. So coming to the next problem. Our next problem is what would be the plant population of maize in 1 hectare area if the crop geometry is 60 centimeter by 25 centimeter. Crop geometry means it is a spacing scenario. So 60 centimeter is row to row spacing and 25 centimeter is plant to plant spacing. So according to the formula we know plant population equal to A into 100 into 100 divided by R into P. So A, that is area, that is 1 hectare, that means 10,000 meter square, and R, that means 60 centimeter, P, that means 25 centimeter. So put all those values into the formula. So number of plant equal to 10,000 into 100 into 100 divided by 60 into 25. So the answer will be 66,666.66. But the result, the plant population result should not be in a fraction. So the result will be 66,666. Now coming to the third problem. Our third problem is calculate the plant population of mustard crop in 500 meter square area if shown in a spacing of 45 centimeter by 10 centimeter. So the number of plants we know that equal to A into 100 into 100 divided by R into P. So we put the values, that means A equal to 500 meter square, R equal to 45 centimeter, P equal to 10 centimeter. So the number of plants is 11,111.11. But we should not accept the fraction. So the plant population is 11,111. So our next problem is wheat crop is shown at row spacing of 22 centimeter and what should be the plant population in 1 hectare area if there are 12 plants in 20 centimeter row length. Now there is a trick. Now you look at the question. The plant to plant spacing is missing. Instead of that, there is few plants in a particular row length. So we have to replace P with the row length, that is L. So as you know that the wheat crop, there is no plant to plant spacing, only row to row spacing is there. So the problem is suitable for wheat crop. This problem is we can assess the plant population of wheat crop by this formula. So the formula will be number of plant equal to N into A into 100 into 100 divided by L into R. So what is N? N is a particular row length, how many crop is there, so that is N, and A means area into 100 divided by L means row length and into R means row to row spacing. So we put the values, that is the N equal to 12, as you know, A equal to 1 hectare, that means 10,000 meter square, L row length equal to 20 centimeter, row to row spacing R equal to 22 centimeter. So number of plants equal to 12 into 10,000 into 100 into 100 divided by 20 into 22. So our answer will be 27,27,272.72. So we cannot accept the fraction. So our plant population will be 27,27,272 only. So now coming to the problem number 5. The problem is calculate the plant population of P in 4,000 meter square if shown at the row spacing of 30 centimeter and 1 meter row length has 20 plants. Now this problem you have already solved this problem. So your N equal to 20 and your L equal to 1 meter, that means 100 centimeter, your R equal to 30 centimeter, your A equal to 4,000 meter square. Now the plant population equal to 20 into 4,000 into 100 into 100 divided by 100 into 30. So the answer will be 266,666.66. So the answer will be, we cannot accept the fraction as you said earlier. So your answer will be 2,66,666. So coming to the next problem, it is very interesting. Next problem, now look. The rice crop is transplanted at the spacing of 20 centimeter by 10 centimeter by using 2 seedling per hill. Calculate the plant population in 2000 meter square area. So as per the formula, the plant population equal to A into 100 into 100 divided by R into P. So we know the A equal to 2000 meter square, R equal to 20 centimeter, P equal to 10 centimeter. So number of hills equal to 2000 into 100 into 100 divided by 20 into 10. So the answer will be 1 lakh. But you look at the question, there is 2 seedling per hill. So the total number of the plants is equal to 2 into 1 lakh, that is 2 lakh, because there is 2 seedling per hill were used. So coming to our next problem, that is question number 7. What is the question number 7? Direct seeded rice is drilled with uniform row spacing of 20 centimeter. Then what would be the plant population of 1 acre area if there are 10 plants in 50 centimeter row length? So the plant population equal to N into A into 100 into 100 divided by L into R. So N equal to what? N equal to 10. A equal to what? 1 acre, that means 4,047 meter square. L equal to row length, that is 50 centimeter. R equal to row spacing, that is 20 centimeter. So the number of plants equal to 10 into 4,047 into 100 into 100 divided by 50 into 20. So the answer will be 4,04,700. 4,04,700. Now I think you have solved all those things, so we have an idea for the plant population, how to calculate the plant population. So now coming to the next, our most important topic, that is assessment of intercropping system. So before entering the topic, we have to know what is intercropping. As you all know that intercropping is a cultivation of two or more crops simultaneously on a same field. The most common goal of intercropping is to produce a greater yield on a given piece of land by making the use of resources or ecological processes that would otherwise not be utilized by a single crop. So I think intercropping is clear. So we can go for the intercropping of two crops, even we can grow for the intercropping of more than two crops. So it is very clear that intercropping system involve many crops. To compare the yield of different crops in one intercropping system with other intercropping system is not valid. There are different methods to evaluate an assessment of yield advantage in intercropping system. So we can say that we cannot simply add one crop yield with another crop yield in an intercropping system. So for assessing the intercropping system, the first assessment equation is crop equivalent yield. So crop equivalent yield is used to make the comparison of crops on the basis of gross return. The yield of different intercrops are converted into the equivalent yield of any one crop based on the price of the produce. So suppose there is a two crop in an intercropping system, that is the crop A and crop B. So the crop A equivalent yield of crop B is equal to the yield of crop B, that means kg per hectare, into the price of crop B, that means rupees per kg, divided by the price of crop A, that is rupees per kg. So if you have the more crops, more than two crops, then we can denote the crop A, crop B, crop C. So the intercrop yield, the crop equivalent yield of a system is equal to the yield of crop A plus the crop A equivalent yield of crop B plus crop A equivalent of crop C. So I think the formula is very easy, and I think I can make the point. So I am going to the next point, that is relative yield total. Relative yield total, it is a measure of yield advantage of crop mixture, and it is mainly used in a replacement series of an intercropping system. The relative yield total is designed as a measure of the extent to which the various crop components share the common resources, rather than as a direct measure of the yield advantage. Relative yield total is expressed as YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YBB. Then YAB means it is a biomass yield in an intercrop system. YAA means it is a sole crop yield of crop A. YBA, it is a biomass yield of an intercropping system. And YBB is a sole crop yield of crop B. So we can denote the YAB divided by YAA as a relative yield of crop A, and YBA divided by YBB is termed as a relative yield of crop B. So relative yield total is equal to relative yield of crop A plus relative yield of crop B. So now when you come to the conclusion, the value of relative yield total is 1, then it indicates that the different intercrop fully share the common resources. If the relative yield total value is less than 1, that indicates that the component crops suppressed each other more than could be accounted for by competition alone. Relative yield total value between 1 to 2 indicates that the component crop were only in the partial competition with each other. Relative yield total value value, if it is 2, then it is indicates that the component crop did not compete at all for the resources. In other words, component crop did not share the resources at all. Relative yield total value is more than 2, that is indicate that at least one component crop actually stimulated the growth of other. Now coming to the next equation, that is the land equivalent ratio, that is LER. That is the most important assessment of the intercropping system and most frequently used in your question in your exam also. That is land equivalent ratio. Now follow me very carefully. Land equivalent ratio is the most commonly used index of yield advantage. Land equivalent ratio is defined as relative area of sole crop that would be required to produce the same yield as has been obtained from the intercropping system. So the land equivalent ratio, the formula will be YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YBB. The formula looks like the relative yield total, but there is a basic difference. What is the difference? In relative yield total, there Y denotes it is a biomass yield of a crop A, or otherwise it's a crop B. It's a biomass yield. But in case of land equivalent ratio, the Y denotes is a grain yield or economic yield of crop A or crop B. So this is the basic difference. So for LER equal to YAB divided by YAA plus YBA divided by YPB. YAB means intercrop yield of crop A, YAA means sole crop yield of crop A, plus YBA means intercrop yield of crop B, YBB means in sole crop yield of crop B. So if we come to the conclusion, then LER indicates the competitive ability of a component crops and gives the actual yield advantage of a intercropping. If LER is less than 1, then mutual inhibition between component crops and there is yield disadvantage in intercropping. Okay. If LER is more than 1, then compensation between component crop and yield advantage in intercropping system. If LER is equal to 1, then mutual cooperation between component crops and there is no yield advantage at all in a intercropping system. For successful intercropping system, the LER should be more than 1. So coming to the next assessment equation, our next assessment equation is aggressivity. It is also very commonly used assessment equation. Aggressivity, it indicates the competitive ability of the component crop. Competitive ability of the component crop grown together in a intercropping system, and it is calculated as A equal to mixture crop yield of A divided by expected yield of A minus mixture crop yield of B divided by expected yield of B. So aggressivity equal to YAB divided by YAA into ZAB minus YBA divided by YBB into ZBA. Now the new thing is ZAB and ZBA. So what is ZAB? ZAB or ZBA? ZAB is a shown proportion of crop A in a intercropping with crop B. Or ZBA is a shown proportion of crop B in an intercropping system with the crop B. Suppose we, as you know, that in a intercropping there is a fixed row ratio. We all know that there is a fixed row ratio. Suppose there is a crop and two crops, crop A and crop B, are shown in a ratio of 1:2. So the shown proportion of crop A is equal to 1/2 plus 1, that is 1/3. And the shown proportion for crop B is equal to 2/1 plus 2, equal to 2/3. So the shown proportion for crop A is 1/3 and the shown proportion crop B is 2/3 if the crop is shown in an intercropping system in 1:2 ratio. So according to the formula, aggressivity equal to YAB, that means intercrop yield of crop A divided by YAA, that means sole crop yield of crop A, into ZAB, that is shown proportion of crop A intercrop with crop B, minus YBA, that is intercrop yield of crop B, divided by YBB, that means sole crop yield of crop B, into ZBA, that is shown proportion of crop B intercrop with crop A. So aggressivity is always compared with 0. So aggressivity, when aggressivity is equal to 0, then both crops A and B are equally competitive. Okay, if the aggressivity is more than 0, then that means aggressivity is positive, then the crop A is more competitive than crop B. In this case, crop A is a dominant species and crop B is dominated species. In other words, crop A is more aggressive than crop B. If the aggressivity is less than 0, that means aggressivity is negative, then crop B is more competitive than crop A. Here the crop B is dominant species and crop A is dominated species. It means crop B is more aggressive than crop A. The higher value of aggressivity indicates the bigger difference in competitive abilities. So, I think we have to move on the next assessment of intercropping equation, and our next equation is relative crowding coefficient. Relative crowding coefficient is denoted as RCC. It indicates whether a crop when grown in an intercropping system has produced more or less yield than expected in the pure or sole crop. It provides an idea in an yield advantage in an intercropping system and evaluate the degree of competition between component crop in a replacement series. So RCC is denoted as a digit K. So before calculating the relative crowding coefficient K, we have to calculate the relative crowding coefficient for the crop A and relative crowding coefficient for the crop B. Suppose in an intercropping system we have only 2 crops, so we have to calculate the relative crowding coefficient for the crop A and then relative crowding coefficient for the crop B, and for the relative crowding coefficient for the system we have to multiply both. So the K for the crop A is equal to YAB into ZBA divided by YAA minus YAB into ZAB, and YBA is equal to Y relative crowding coefficient for crop B is equal to YBA into ZAB divided by YBB minus YBA into ZBA. That means KAB, that means relative crowding coefficient for the crop B is equal to intercrop yield of crop A into shown proportion of crop B in an intercropping system divided by sole crop yield minus intercrop yield of crop A into shown proportion of crop A. That is the relative crowding coefficient for crop A. Relative crowding coefficient for crop B is equal to intercrop yield of crop B into shown proportion of crop A in an intercropping system divided by sole crop yield of crop B minus intercrop yield of crop B into shown proportion of crop B. So when you calculate the relative crowding coefficient of a system is equal to KAB into KBA. That means the relative crowding coefficient for crop A into multiplied by relative crowding coefficient for crop B. So when we come to the conclusion, if relative crowding coefficient K for the crop A is less than 1, that means crop A produce less yield than expected. If the relative crowding coefficient for crop A is equal to 1, that means crop A produce the same yield as expected. If the relative crowding coefficient is more than 1 for crop A, that means the crop A produce more yield than expected. For crop B, if the relative crowding coefficient is less than 1, then crop B produce less yield than expected. If the relative crowding coefficient for crop B is equal to 1, that means crop B produce same yield as expected. If the relative crowding coefficient for crop B is more than 1, that means crop B produce more yield than expected. So for intercropping system, if the relative crowding coefficient for a system is less than 1, that means yield disadvantage in a intercropping of both crop A and crop B. If the relative crowding coefficient of a system is equal to 1, that means no difference of yield between intercropping and the sole crop. That means the same yield is as expected. If the relative crowding coefficient of a system is more than 1, that means the yield advantage in an intercropping system of a crop A and crop B. That means the more yield in an intercropping system than expected. So relative crowding coefficient tell us about only the yield advantage. This line is very much important. Now look it very carefully. Relative crowding coefficient tell us about only the yield advantage of an intercropping system, but doesn't provide the magnitude of yield advantage. But land equivalent ratio, that is LER, indicates the magnitude of yield advantage. Therefore, land equivalent ratio is preferred to address the yield advantage in an intercropping system than relative crowding coefficient. Now our last assessment of intercropping system equation is competition ratio, that is CR. Competition ratio, it is to compare the competitive ability of different crops in an intercropping system. It is denoted as CR. CR is equal to YAB divided by YAA into ZAB divided by YBA by YBB into ZBA. That means YAB, that means intercrop yield of crop A divided by sole crop yield of crop A into shown proportion of crop A divided by intercrop yield of crop B by sole crop yield of crop B into shown proportion of crop B. So when you come to the conclusion, if the competition ratio, that is CR, is equal to 1, then both crops are equally competitive. If the competition ratio is more than 1, the crop A is more competitive than crop B. If competitive ratio is less than 1, then crop B is more competitive than crop A. So competitive ratio is another assessment for intercropping system. So I think I make 5 slides. So I'm thoroughly, before going to starting the numerical problems, I thoroughly again remind you the assessment of intercropping system. So our first point was crop equivalent yield, second was relative yield total, and third is land equivalent ratio, fourth one is aggressivity, and fifth one is relative crowding coefficient, and last one is competition ratio. So I think these all are the assessment for intercropping system, and there are so many. But before starting to the mathematical problems, I think mathematical problems related to the intercropping system, so we will cover these mathematical problems in intercropping system for the, in my next class. And before starting to the mathematical problems in intercropping system, we have to recall all those formulas, and when we go for the mathematical problems, then the formula will be very easy, and formula will be we can recall our formulas of the assessment of intercropping system. So today we covered the calculation of plant population. Firstly, we covered the calculation of plant population. This is the calculation of population, how to calculate the plant population and related problems with plant population. Now for the assessment of intercropping system, there is crop equivalent yield, relative yield total, and this most frequently coming question is land equivalent ratio. So please mind it, the land equivalent ratio is very much important point. And then sometimes the relative crowding coefficient is also important point, competition ratio, aggressivity, So this is all about the assessment of intercropping system. I think I can make the point easy for your easily understanding. And thank you for watching, and thank you for following my things. But you have to practice all those things very carefully, and keep all those things in your note. And after putting all those things, we will go for the mathematical problems in my next class. Thank you.